Welcome back to the deep dive. This is where we really get into the source material, break it down, and hopefully make it stick.
Absolutely.
So today we're carrying on with our look at Avyan in the sacred realm. This is the third one in this series.
That's right. We've looked at Avyan himself, the IT architect, his big transformation, the emotional side of leaving that world.
Exactly. But now we're hitting what feels like the real core, the gravitational center, maybe. Avyan's initiation.
The big meeting.
The big one. And our mission today, it's straightforward, but, well, it's deep. We need to understand the sheer scale, the spiritual weight of the figure Avyan meets. MahaAvatar Babaji.
Historical, mythological, cultural. It's all wrapped up in him.
Yeah. To really get Avyan's journey, we first have to get Babaji. So, okay, let's unpack this. Before Avyan even meets him, who is Babaji, according to the sources, in the grand scheme of things?
Well, what's really fascinating here, and the sources are clear, is that Babaji isn't some dusty historical figure. He's presented as a living reality, an ongoing phenomenon. He's described as a hidden incarnation of Lord Shiva himself, which is huge.
Shiva. Wow.
Yeah. And he's this paradox. A yogi looks maybe 25, tops, but he's been around for ages. Ageless, really.
An ageless being who looks young embodies Shiva. That's a lot for Avyan, our tech guy who deals in concrete facts, to handle.
It's the ultimate paradigm shift, isn't it? His role primarily is the silent keeper, the custodian of the whole yogic tradition, globally.
Silent custodian. So not running big public ashrams or anything?
No, not really. He doesn't hold court like that. He seems to appear only when Dharma, that cosmic balance, when it absolutely requires it, maybe to reintroduce something vital that's been lost.
Right, a specific intervention.
Exactly. So for centuries, mostly silent, mostly hidden.
But the wider world, I mean, people beyond those deep yogic circles, when did they first really hear about him? Get confirmation this wasn't just like a legend.
That's relatively recent, actually. It was 1946. Paramahansa Yogananda published his book, Autobiography of a Yogi.
Ah, yes. This classic.
That book, really more than anything else, pulled Babaji out of the Himalayan mists, so to speak, and put him onto the global stage for seekers.
So it introduced him to the West, to the world.
It established him as a living master, not just a myth from the past. Crucial difference.
Okay, so Yogananda gives us the name, the story, confirms this. Deathless master. But there's a key historical moment, isn't there? Something that really anchors the lineage that reaches Avyan today. Goes back further.
Oh, absolutely. The whole modern Kriya Yoga lineage, the one practice worldwide now, it really traces back to one specific, very dramatic event.
Right. And here's where it gets really interesting. The historical anchor point, 1861.
Yes, 1861, near Raniket in the Himalayas.
Yeah.
Babaji actively sought out Lahiri Mahasaya, called to him.
Why then? What was so critical?
Because Kriya Yoga, this ancient, powerful science for sort of fast-tracking spiritual evolution, it had become lost.
Obscured.
Lost.
Complete.
Well, maybe not utterly vanished, but certainly lost to accessibility to the general knowledge. Babaji reinitiated Lahiri Mahasaya into this very science, brought it back.
And the sources stress this wasn't just some quiet chat, was it? The initiation itself was spectacular.
Oh, yeah. Deliberately so, it seems, almost to shatter any doubt about who Babaji was.
How so?
Yogananda recounts this incredible detail. Babaji spontaneously manifested a shimmering palace of light, a whole structure.
He manifested a palace?
Yeah. Just poof, there it was, to affirm his divine authority. And then, just as quickly, dissolved it again.
Okay, stop right there. Think about Avyan, the architect. Blueprints, concrete, physics. Meeting someone who conjures buildings out of light and makes them vanish.
Exactly. Mind-bending.
Yeah.
That single event near Raniket wasn't just teaching, it was a reboot of the whole lineage. It stretched it forward right to seekers like Avyan today, all over the world.
It wasn't just reviving a teaching, it sounds like it was making it accessible again.
That's a key part, a democratization almost.
Yeah.
Taking these high-level techniques out of just remote caves or exclusive orders.
And Babaji himself, he isn't just confined to that 1861 moment, is he? The sources suggest his influence spans, well, centuries, millennia even.
Absolutely. He flows across ages. The texts mention connections or influence on figures like Jesus, Guru Nanak, Adi Shankaracharya, even Anandamayi Ma more recently.
Wow. Across different faiths, different eras.
Definitely not confined to one box. It reinforces his role as this universal guide.
That reinforces the idea that Kriya Yoga itself isn't just for one group, but it's like a universal tool.
Precisely. And geographically, too. He's not just a Himalayan figure. Sources mention appearances or influence in Punjab, Kerala, Bengal, even the Middle East.
So a truly global, timeless presence. Always working, often unseen.
That's the picture painted, yeah.
Okay, so we have this vast historical sweep, but maybe the most powerful bit is that it's not just history. He's apparently active now, in our time. Let's talk about the modern evidence.
He absolutely seems to be. We have contemporary accounts. Sri M, for instance, talks about it quite openly in his autobiography, Apprentice to a Himalayan Master.
And that wasn't centuries ago, right? That's recent.
Very recent. Within our lifetime, Sri M describes meeting MahaAvatar Babaji directly.
Really? What happened?
He received personal guidance, and then Babaji actually directed him onward, pointed him specifically towards Mahavatar Babaji, who, interestingly, is said to be a disciple of Lord Krishna.
Wow.
And Mahavatar Babaji then became Sri M's own guru. So you see this active management.
It's like Babaji initiates the connection, then makes sure the seeker finds the right ongoing teacher. The lineage isn't just alive, it's being actively curated.
Yeah, meticulously managed, you could say. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, I mean, the implication is staggering. A deathless guide still interacting with the world.
Still intervening.
Right. Sadhguru uses a specific term for this kind of being, Nirmanakaya.
Okay, Nirmanakaya. That sounds important. What does that mean, practically?
It basically means a master who has such complete mastery over their physical form, they can dissolve it and reappear somewhere else at will.
So they can manifest a body when needed.
Exactly. Like a kind of a spiritual undercover agent. It means guidance can reach people who need it, maybe people who aren't ready for a traditional guru interaction, ensuring their path unfolds correctly, sometimes without them even realizing who guided them.
That must be both terrifying and incredibly comforting for someone like Avyan, a tech guy used to clear protocols.
Totally. And, you know, for someone who is supposedly so hidden, Babaji has left these, like, ripples in popular culture, too. It's fascinating. Defies the secrecy idea.
Cultural ripples? How so?
Well, it shows his influence just crosses all sorts of boundaries. Think about this. 1967, The Beatles. Ski Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band album cover.
Yeah.
His picture's right there.
Yeah.
Prominently placed among all those famous faces.
No way. I never realized that was him. That put his image, unknowingly maybe, into millions of homes.
Exactly. Then jump forward a decade, 1977. The band Supertramp. They have a track called Babaji, singing directly about him.
Okay, that's more direct.
And even more recently, 2002, the South Indian superstar Rajinikanth. He's known to be a devotee. He dedicated his big Tamil film, Baba, to Babaji, driven by his personal faith.
So musicians, actors, his influence just seems to permeate, doesn't it? Not through public appearances, but somehow through consciousness.
It seems that way. Which brings us right back around to Avyan. Because when Avyan meets Babaji in the novel, given everything we've just talked about, the hidden Shiva aspect, the Kriya Yoga revealer, the guide to modern masters, the cultural icon, this meeting isn't just a meeting.
No, it's monumental.
Yeah.
The sheer weight of that encounter must just define everything that comes next for Avyan. He's meeting the embodiment of all that history, all that power.
It is his initiation, his formal entry into this hidden stream of guidance.
The ultimate gateway moment.
Completely. Before this, yeah, Avyan's a seeker, but he's floundering a bit, right?
Yeah.
Still caught up in his old IT mindset, the anxieties. This encounter, it shifts him instantly, irrevocably.
How so? What's the shift?
He goes from being, like, a hesitant maybe seeker to a definite traveler, someone firmly on the path he was meant to be on. No turning back.
And the key result for him, psychologically, what does he gain? It's not just bravery, is it?
No, bravery is part of it, sure. But the core thing, the sources suggest, is clarity. A profound sense of clarity about his purpose, his Dharma.
Ah, clarity. That makes sense for someone lost in transformation.
Absolutely. He gets this deep internal knowing that Dharma, his righteous path, isn't some awful burden he has to struggle under. It's actually a gift, a liberation given by the master.
It reframes the whole thing, changes the mental model from, oh God, this hard thing I have to do, to, wow, I get to receive this guidance.
That's it, exactly. The ultimate mentorship delivered right when it's needed most.
So, okay, let's try and synthesize this. What does it all mean? We've traced this figure from like mythic Himalayas to global pop culture, all converging on Avyan.
It means, I think, that Babaji represents this constant, deathless guardianship for seekers. He's the silent presence that keeps resurfacing. From that pivotal 1861 moment with Lahiri Mahasaya, right up to guiding people like Sri M today, he's the unwavering constant.
And in the novel, Avyan in the sacred realm, he's not just some wise old character dropping in. He is the doorway.
He's the doorway, the one who fundamentally redirects Avyan, making sure the transformation sticks, that it's guided, purposeful, permanent.
Which leads to maybe a final thought for you listening.
Hmm.
Well, the source material really paints Babaji as this deathless guide, ensuring seekers aren't alone.
Right, this idea of constant available guidance.
Yeah. So it raises an important question, doesn't it? What unseen stream of guidance might be nudging things along in your own life? That feeling, that inner knowing, often quiet, maybe easily dismissed, but looking back, unmistakable.
That's definitely something to think about, that subtle current beneath the surface.
Something to mull over until our next deep dive.